Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Today is another great day as they say, in the neighborhood, and we can't wait until we get where we are supposed to be today. Thanks so much for joining us on Instagram. Welcome, welcome, welcome. On YouTube, and of course, our mastermind group right here we'll call it the Universal Studio, where we're all connected and where we're all able to interact with each other's thoughts. Today is a powerful topic. And as we were just talking about living in this time and these times, that the topic that came to me was turning problems into possibilities. And that topic came to me because we're at the end of the year. We're getting to that point where the things that we set out to do are manifesting, and we're asking ourselves, what can we do more to complete this year victoriously, to complete this year accomplishing the things we set out to do and more. And so this topic, turning problems into possibilities, is, as they say, right on time. Of course, this is Dr. Herbert Harris, and I always invite you to visit our website, www.herbertharris.com. And if you need help or guidance, assistance, be sure to click on our book a call for a complimentary success consultation. So now let us prepare for this journey. Let's sit straight up in our seats. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Let it out slowly. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Let it out slowly. And in this space of peace and relaxation, I am at peace with myself. Let us affirm that together. I am at peace with myself. And just let that peace sink in. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And in this state of peace and relaxation, my mind is open, receptive, and ready to learn. Let's affirm that together. My mind is open, receptive, and ready to learn. Take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. And so it is. Wow. You know, this topic, this idea of converting problems into possibilities, I like the topic because I wanted people to connect to it. But almost instantly, I always want to reframe the word problem to challenges. In other words, converting challenges to possibilities. So with that thought, there are a couple of quotes I think that are very apropos. Roy Bennett said something powerful. He said, turn your obstacles into opportunities and your problems into possibilities. I'm going to say that again. Turn your obstacles into opportunities and your problems into possibilities. Albert Einstein was also very powerful. He made an interesting statement, basically that within every problem lies great opportunity. And so it seems like the more challenges you have, the more things that seem to block your way, the more opportunities you have to grow through it. And I guess that's the operative word, to grow. The difference between a piece of coal and a diamond is pressure. And so many times the challenges that we face, the problems that we encounter in our lives are really opportunities to grow and to become stronger, more efficient, and more powerful than we were before. Every great business, every great experience, every great breakthrough begins not with an easy road, it generally begins with a problem. Someone once said that if you want to get rich, find a problem and solve it. If you want to create impact in the world, find a problem, find a challenge, and solve it. Problems are the universe's way of saying, are you ready to grow? I'm going to say that again because when I was thinking of that thought, I'm like, man, they're talking to me. Problems are the universe's way of saying, are you ready to grow? The difference between an ordinary person and a successful person really lies in how they handle problems. How it lies in this one simple truth that problems are not obstacles, problems are opportunities in disguise. I'm going to say that again. Problems are not obstacles, problems are opportunities in disguise. So often, problems and challenges come about to get your attention. We can be moving along at a comfortable pace where we're not living our best lives, where we're not achieving the greatness that's already in us, where we're just rolling along on the river of time, basically letting the river take us wherever it wants us to go. But in that situation, the river will never take you to your destiny. The river will never take you to your purpose. That is something you have to choose and then operate on. So what's some of the steps? What's the process for converting problems into possibilities? Well, number one, we have to change our perspective. When we see a problem, the first response we often have is like to complain. Oh my goodness, another problem. Here we go again. To blame. It's somebody else's fault. Somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do. Sometimes when we have problems, we'll run, we'll retreat. Okay. You know, we often say the four F's that when you have a problem, there's some people that will flee. There's some people that will forget it. They'll just completely ignore it. There's some people will fight it and say there's not a problem at all. There's somebody else's problem. But it's only when you face it that you can grow through it and get the benefits that the universe is offering to you by giving you the opportunity to face that challenge and overcome. So, you know, that formulation of problems now makes a big difference. When things happen in your life, it's a good way to look at it and say, what am I supposed to learn from this opportunity for growth? I am excited about what I will learn in this opportunity for growth. And that programs your mind and changes your perspective. There's a nice question you can ask in this. What is this problem trying to teach me? What is this challenge trying to teach me? What is this negative experience trying to show me? You know, we often talk about the prodigal son, and when he was in the pig pens of life, he said to himself, man, in my father's house, there's food enough and more. I will arise and go to my father. And so many times when we're in the pig pens of our own experience of life, we have to see above our situation to our possibilities, recognizing that we were not created to suffer, but to prosper. Edison was one of my favorite inventors. He just said, look, when they told him, you have failed over 10,000 times to identify this filament, Edison said, no, no, I have successfully identified 10,000 ways that will not work. And so if you're facing challenges right now, if you're facing problems right now, your $1 million idea might be hiding inside your biggest frustration. I'm going to say that again. Your $1 million idea is hiding inside your biggest frustration. So change your perspective, change the way you look at it, and from a problem to an opportunity. What lesson am I supposed to learn from this? Number two, to really develop or cultivate the problem solver's mindset. Problems are just a part of life. that's just the way it goes. You know, think about it. Every butterfly has to go through the challenge of being a caterpillar and then that transformative experience of going from being a caterpillar to being a beautiful butterfly. And so we should not wait for things to get easier. We should find ways to get better. Don't wait for stuff to get easier in your life. Figure out ways for you to get better. Get better at solving the problem. Get better at facing what's hard. Get better at dealing with tough people. Get better at dealing with your own negative thinking. Get better at dealing with some of your negative emotions. Get better at dealing with some of those habits that undermine your efforts. Get better at cleaning house with people who don't mean you good. One of the interesting things, you know, right now we're on Zoom. We're doing this, and the whole world is on Zoom. Well, how'd that happen? Well, when COVID came, people couldn't get out, couldn't get to see one another. And COVID literally created a whole new evolution of learning that people could now learn online, that you don't have to go out to a class or go out to a seminar, that you can learn effectively online. COVID even helped develop businesses like DoorDash. In other words, you know, on my block here now, there's some people, you know, my block is like going through what they call the gentrification. So we have a whole new group of people moving in, and there are people that I've never seen. The only way I know them there is the DoorDash and the UPS are delivering stuff to their house every day. So people have learned, restaurants have learned to become delivery experts. Many of us who were teachers are now digital educators. Those who prosper during a time of challenge see possibility when other people see challenge, when other people see panic, when other people want to cut and run. So whatever you're facing right now, there's certain questions you ask yourself. Number one, how can this challenge make me more creative? Number two, how can I serve my customers in a new way? How can I make my organization function better? How can I make my family get along? What need is emerging that I can fill? You know, as I'm looking at the way we are right now in the culture and in the country and really around the world, there's going to be a need for education with so many different, you know, entities trying to control what people learn. There's that hunger for people to learn what they want to learn. And so I see this as a great opportunity for those of us who are teachers to use the internet to get out our messages. So cultivating that problem-solving mindset, that always anything that comes to you is an opportunity for growth. And to always ask that question, what is the great lesson I must learn to move through this experience victoriously? The third thought, is to transform pressure into purpose. Woo! Transform pressure into purpose. Pressure is the birthplace of diamonds. I opened by saying that the difference between a piece of coal and a diamond, if you look at the formula for each one of these entities, they're basically the same. But a diamond is like a piece of coal that has been put through extreme pressure. So every time life squeezes you, it's shaping you. You know, I hear that thing say, man, life is squeezing me, man. All these high prices are choking me. My budget's gone through the roof. But every time life squeezes you, it's shaping you into something stronger. It's shaping you into something sharper. It's shaping you into something that's more focused. I know these last few days, we have, I think we have 61 days left in the year. And one of the things that I've been feeling, and I know that many of you are probably feeling it too, is that I must be more focused now in getting the results that I desire. I must be clearer about the outcomes I want to experience by the end of the year and have a better mechanism, a better process, a better plan and execution to get it done. So this idea of looking around, sometimes you say, well, why me? To change that mindset to say, why not me? Thank you for trusting me with this challenge. Thank you for giving me this opportunity for growth. Help me see the benefits that will come to me when I overcome this challenge. So your problems are preparing you for your purpose. I'm going to say that again. Your problems are preparing you for your purpose. I guarantee that everybody's listening today online, on YouTube, in our mastermind group are facing challenges. But to know that these challenges are for a purpose to make us better, to make us stronger, to make us smarter, to make us more committed, then we see that our problems are preparing us for our purpose. And then the fourth key to turning problems into possibilities is practice the power of gratitude. I was talking with some of my classmates, and many of them are, I'm a seasoned veteran. I've been around for quite some time. And I was listening to their conversation, and they were talking about all the things that they had. Like, I had arthritis, diabetes, high blood. I mean, they went down the litany of things. You ask somebody how you're doing, you need a medical book to understand what they're talking about. And as I'm thinking, they said, well, what do you have, Herbert? What do you got? I got to get out of here. And so I had to get away from that mindset because I had to change my thinking and say, gratitude turns what you do have into more than enough. I'm going to repeat that. Gratitude turns what you do have into more than enough. So rather than complain about the aches in my right shoulder, I am grateful for being here. I am grateful to be in my right mind. I'm grateful that I'm losing weight. I'm grateful that I can walk 2 miles and my knees don't bother me. I'm grateful to be alive. So whatever you are grateful for, you prime the pump of the universe to bring you more. So that's why complainers only get more problems. Because whatever you focus your attention on, you attract into your life experience. So when you practice the power of gratitude, I am grateful for my life. I am grateful for this opportunity to grow. I know that there's a lesson hidden in this challenge for me, and I'm grateful for that I have the chance to address this challenge and to grow through it. When you give thanks in the middle of a storm, you align yourself with the calm that's coming afterwards. You align yourself with the creative energy. That same energy that transforms caterpillars into butterflies transforms setbacks into comebacks. Hey, folks, and that's some powerful stuff. When you align with the vibrations that you want to experience, you literally are able to ride out the storm. When I was a child, when we live in Hurricane Alley. And a friend was visiting, and she asked my aunt, she said, well, Miss Sneed, she said, what do you do when the hurricane comes? You all put up plywood? My aunt said, no, no, no. Nailing that stuff up messes up the windowsills. She said, well, do you put tape on the windows? She said, nah, that stuff is too hard to get off. She said, well, what do you do? My aunt said, we close the blinds. Be still and know that everything's going to be all right. Wow. So gratitude, being grateful for what you have. So let's look back at the prodigal son analogy. Being in the pig pen of life, being in a situation that he was not excited about, that he was suffering, that he'd lost all his money. He said, in my father's house, there's food enough and more. That's saying that, showing gratitude for what someone has and for what's possible. And he says, I can now experience that same abundance if I just arise and go to my Father and go to my source. So when you give gratitude, you are literally giving thanks for the good stuff that you have, which then creates an attraction, a door to inspiration, a door to innovation, and a door to new connections. Have you ever noted that when you're sometimes at your lowest point and you say, man, I need to meet somebody, and all of a sudden the phone rings and it's somebody who is looking for you? Man, I'm glad I got you. I got an opening. One of our speakers didn't show up, Herb. I know you always have something to say, man. Can you fly down and we'll take care of the plane fare and everything, and we'll pay you and to handle this because we got a big gaping hole in our event that's happening tomorrow, and we don't know who else you can get on the last minute. So be grateful for what you have. So let's wrap it up today. Each of us has the power to convert problems into possibilities so that whatever negative, whatever challenges happens, we welcome them knowing that we will grow through it and become better. So the 4 keys to converting problems into possibilities: 1, change your perspective. To see every problem as an opportunity for growth. 2, cultivate the problem solver's mindset. That if you're having a challenge, it's for a purpose, it's to teach you something you need to know. Number 3, transform pressure into purpose. To know that all the forces that are bearing down on you, all the things that are trying to hold you back are there to make you stronger and better. The things that are holding you down on the ground are there to let you know you need to flap your wings faster, flap harder, to pull yourself above mediocrity to greatness. And the 4th key to practice the power of gratitude. This connects you with the universal force. It says to the universal force, and it confirms, thank you for letting me be alive today so that I can move into this next level of growth. Thank you for this opportunity for growth. I know that it will make me better, stronger, and faster. So every problem is a seed for greater success. The moment you see beyond the obstacle, you open yourself to the miracle. I'm going to say that again. The moment you see beyond the obstacle, you open yourself to the miracle. The Course in Miracles is a powerful program. And one of the things it says is that there are miracles happening all the time. All around us, there are miracles. But we can let our mindset be so negative that it keeps us from seeing the miracles that are always taking place. So open yourself to the miracle. Always know there's a good way to get the right results. Stop running from your problems and start mining your problems for gold. Each problem is a gold mine. And all you have to do is get your axe, your pick, and keep digging. Because when you can turn problems into possibilities, you become a world changer. When you can turn problems into possibilities, you become what you might call an outrageous success. being whatever you want to be, doing whatever you want to do, and having anything you desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. So it is. Just take a deep breath for a moment. Let it out slowly. Thank you so much for being with us today. We trust that you enjoyed the message. Hey, Meta Marvin, I see Karen. Go, Karen. Healing blessings to you. I see you all, so many of you on Instagram and so many of you on YouTube. Thank you so much for this experience of being here with us today. I, of course, invite you to visit our website, www.herbertharris.com, and schedule a success consultation. If you need to get above your experience of life to create something bigger, something better, set an appointment. Let's talk about it, and you can do it. So as we close out our YouTube and our Instagram, I invite you always to join us every Saturday morning, same channel, same station. Join us for the Success Mentorship Class so that we can help you be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have anything you desire, always knowing that the best is yet to come. That's www.herbertharris.com to connect to all that is to help you become all that you can. And so it is.